I think you have just as much ability and potential as Yuji does. The only thing holding you back is your mindset. Megumi, you don't know how to bring out your best, do you?
Whenever we often start a new anime or manga, one of the first things I feel like we look for in a series is a character that we can resonate with. Whether it's their actions, beliefs, or personalities, these are traits that we can find within ourselves, with the exception of the Griffiths of the world. If you can relate to Griffiths, then
Tonight, you will go one on one with The Undertaker.
anywho, these qualities and characters made us fall in love with the mysterious yet vulnerable Kakashi Hatake of Naruto, the polarizing Ichigo Kurosaki of Bleach, and now Megumi Fushiguro of Jujutsu Kaisen. Born on December 22nd, 2002, the name Megumi, which translates to blessing, was given to him by his father Toji Fushiguro of the Zenin clan and his unnamed mother who passed away sadly shortly after his birth. His father, dubbed the Sorcerer Killer, was a non-curse user assassin that would end up, spoiler alert, being killed by the infamous Satoru Gojo during the Star Plasma Vessel arc. Strangely enough, during his last breaths, Toji, knowing that Gojo might intervene, in a moment of clarity informed him that his son, in 3 years, would be sold to the Zenin clan. Toji had agreed to the deal due to the clan's eagerness regarding Megumi's potential curse technique, as well as just being a bag chaser.
Tell him to bring me my money.
These events would lead to Gojo mentoring and helping Megumi and his stepsister Sumiki throughout their adolescence. While he doesn't know why his father Toji disappeared, the few instances Gojo has tried to explain the truth, Megumi has been quick to dismiss the conversation before it can even start. Megumi assumed Toji abandoned him and Sumiki. That's why he reacts nonchalantly towards Toji's absence. Megumi didn't see the point wasting time wondering why his dad left because making sure Sumiki would be okay carried more importance. It's why when Satoru asked him, "What do you want to do?" as in deciding to go with Gojo or the Zenin clan, the first thing Megumi does is ask, will Sumiki be happy living with the Zenin clan? And that's interesting because yes, Megumi is introverted, mild-mannered, and stoic, but the irony is, he's one of the most emotional characters in all of Jujutsu Kaisen. Megumi doesn't wear his heart on his sleeve because it would mean having to be vulnerable, and that's something he's never had the chance to do. Be vulnerable. Neglecting that aspect of himself would be the catalyst to why he carries so much self-doubt. Through Megumi's eyes, his parents abandoned him, and the one person he tried caring for, Sumiki, towards the end of Season 1 is in a coma due to a presumed curse. This self-doubt created insecurities causing Megumi to subconsciously restrain himself every time he's in the midst of a battle. It's the reason why whenever he's in a physical confrontation, he's built this bad habit of trying to use his trump card before anything else, for how could he save himself, let alone anyone, when he couldn't protect the one person he cared for the most, Sumiki, which is what makes this moment between Gojo and Megumi so meaningful.
You can't imagine a stronger future version of yourself. Maybe that's because of your trump card. You believe that in the worst case, you can resolve everything at the cost of your life.
This is what's made Megumi stand out from the beginning of Jujutsu Kaisen. He stood out like a sore thumb compared to how brash Nobara is, the righteousness of Yuji, and the god complex of Gojo. Even in their character designs, Megumi's eyes are drawn distinctively different than the rest of Jujutsu Kaisen's characters. While Yuji's eyes are drawn in a more circular fashion, which helps exemplify his childlike innocent-minded view on life, Megumi's are drawn downwards with his eyelids never fully lifted, complementing his already melancholic demeanor. But that's what's strange about Megumi. Although he is relatively passive, he's also firm on his beliefs. In episode 4 of season 1, we got to see this side of Megumi when the first years are sent out on a mission to investigate a possible cursed womb in a juvenile detention center. During the investigation, Yuji had wanted to take the no longer live body of a juvie so there can be a proper burial due to seeing their mother in a moment of despair. This caused Megumi to react, telling Yuji that they have to focus on the mission at hand as he was never going to waste his own life to save someone that didn't deserve it, let alone save someone that can possibly take the life of another person once again in the future. The juvie that Itadori was trying to bring back to their mother was sentenced to a juvenile detention center for having taken the life of a child in a reckless car accident. Side note, by the way, the child that was involved in that car accident was none other than Rika Orimoto, as in the curse spirit Yuta Kotsu uses. Anyways, This clash of beliefs became even more complicated when Yuji had questioned, "Why did you even save me if you feel that way?" But that's what makes Megumi such a layered character. He has his own moral code that he follows, and if you cross that line, then he knows where you stand. This point of view has him see the world in a black and white manner. He doesn't like good guys because they often forgive the bad guys, as it's such a divine thing for them to do. And he doesn't like bad guys because they have no intellect or emotional capability. So he'll decide on his own accord who he wants to save. His demon dogs at the beginning of the show are black and white, which represent Megumi's ideals. This perspective from when he was younger changes, however, after Sumiki falls bedridden from the curse that affected her. His belief is that the only thing granted equally to all is an unfair reality. Megumi doesn't want to see good people like Sumiki and Yuji die because of life's unfair circumstances, and that's why he now wants to save people unequally. You even see this change in his demon dogs once again. Although he eventually loses one, they both merge to make an almost gray Shikigami. This is why I feel like Megumi is a character we can all see a little bit of ourselves in. He doubts himself, holds in what he's feeling, and most of all, prioritizes others' well-being before his own. This is what makes Megumi the blessing in the shadows.